Hello from Alps Alpine. This video series covers topics that might be useful in development. Today we explain where to look in the specifications of a switch to learn how it feels to operate. If you want to know what a takt switch is, watch this video. Other manufacturers use different names, but takt switch products are pretty much the same as tactile switches and light touch switches. How you want a switch to feel depends on how and where it will be used. But perhaps you've been in a position in the past where you're looking for a switch but don't know which specs to base your judgment on. Today we explain the factors that will determine how a switch feels. The feel of an Alps Alpine takt switch can be broadly classified as either sharp or soft. On a specification sheet, the parameters that relate to feel are operating force and travel. Operating force is the load required to turn the switch on. It is measured in newtons. In places like the trunk door of a car, for example, which you don't want to activate unintentionally, a heavyish load of, say, 5 newtons is recommended. When used in electronic equipment, the stem has a rubber or plastic cover, which generally makes the operating force higher than indicated in the part specs. In cases where operation will feel slightly heavier than envisaged during design, it is probably best to select a switch series with a slightly lower newton value. Next, travel. Travel is the distance or stroke the switch moves with application of a given force. As distance moved and resistance change every 0.1 millimeters, the feel and impression conveyed through the finger changes. Quantifying these factors, including the return force of the switch reverting to its initial position, makes it possible to visualize the uniqueness of the feel like this. Alps Alpine calls this a feeling curve. Even with the same operating force, a longer travel results in a soft, smooth sensation, while a shorter travel produces a sharp, satisfying sensation. Alps Alpine also broadly groups takt switch products into 3 types: short stroke, middle stroke, and long stroke, according to the length of the travel and the corresponding structure. Short and middle stroke types produce a sharp feel. Long stroke types, a soft feel. The structure of each is different. Flexing before the stem starts to move and pushing in after the contact closes, for example, contribute to a unique feel. In this way, each switch has a unique feel. We can take the click size and divide it by the operating force to calculate the product's click ratio. Even switches with the same travel feel different to the finger with click ratio variations, so this is another guideline. It's often thought that the higher the click ratio, the better the feel, but this is not the case. Once click ratio reaches 90%, for example, positions 4 and 5 approach the lower limit, at which point the repellence pushing back from the bottom becomes difficult to perceive, greatly affecting operability. Generally speaking, a click ratio between 40% and 60% is preferred. Alps Alpine seeks to find the right balance for operating comfort. Many different types of switch are created through combinations of these parameters. Alps Alpine's lineup has more than 1,000 varieties from which to find the feel best suited to your application. To view our takt switch lineup and discover more about the technology, visit the site below. Follow the link in the description section to access the sample purchase site. Please direct inquiries here.